So, you're about to start working remotely for a foreign company, or you're a freelancer and you want to start working with foreign clients, but you live in Nigeria. How on earth are you going to get paid? That's exactly why you have me. I'm going to show you how you can receive payments in dollar, euro, or pounds from the US, UK, or whichever country it is while in Nigeria. There are a couple of options, and I'll mention 5 and walk you through each of them. But first, if you're new here, then you're so welcome. Hi, I'm Vicky Johnson, and I'm sharing my journey making a living on the internet through remote working and freelancing. So if that's your cup of tea, then be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you never miss any of the tea. Okay, so first and foremost, let me give you a piece of unsolicited advice. Don't wait until you get your first foreign job or until you land that first foreign client before you start to figure out how you're going to get paid. The reason I say this is that receiving payments from a foreign country can be stressful the first time you do it. You don't want your clients to get frustrated and lose interest over payment issues. Like, imagine you've done the hard work, you've been able to find the client, to sell yourself to them, or you've gotten the job, and the only thing standing between you and making those dollars is how to get paid. I made this mistake, but luckily for me, my first client in the US was very patient. And so even though I put them through a lot of stress trying to get that money to me, they didn't back out. And I'm so grateful to them for that, because it would have been really heartbreaking if they did. So yeah, don't wait. Figure out how you're going to get paid even before you get the client or the job. So the first way that I'm going to recommend is by opening a DOM account, a domiciliary account. A domiciliary account is a Nigerian bank account that is operated in a different currency. So for example, a Nigerian bank account but is operated in dollars or in euro or in pounds. Okay, and you can open one with almost any of the banks around. The first one I ever opened, I'm not going to mention the name of the bank, they showed me shaggy. And so I had to switch. I had to go and open another one. So before you open yours, do some research, ask questions, maybe find someone who already has a domiciliary account, ask them what bank they use, ask them the pros and cons, just so that you don't get shown shaggy like I was. So the requirements to open a DOM account, you need to have 2 references. That is 2 people who use that same bank, who have either a corporate account or a domiciliary account. They have to each sign a reference form, which you would submit to the bank. And also you need a $50 deposit. For most banks it's $50, but for some it's $100. And let me just give you a hint, those ones that are $100 is them that will show you shaking. So yeah, you can use a domiciliary account to receive wire transfer. So that means that your client or your employer is going to send you money from their account to your account directly. Now there's usually a fee because it's an international transfer. But if this is an employment, ideally your employer should take care of the fee. But if it's a freelance job, then it's on you, except the client just wants to be kind. But if it's freelance, then it's your responsibility to take care of that transfer fee. So what I would recommend is, if you're doing freelance work, then don't receive money directly from the client's account to your account. Don't do wire transfer directly to your domiciliary account, but still open a domiciliary account. Don't say because of the $50 deposit, you're not going to do it. Trust me, it's much easier for you if you've already done it before you even get your first client. And it's your money. You're just depositing it into the account. It's not like you're paying for anything. It just needs to be in the account for the account to be created. Okay? So yeah, and a DOM account is also really good for you if you're planning to save in dollars. I mean, if you're saving in Naira, you're literally at a loss. So if you want to save in dollars, then having a DOM account is also a very good way for you to do that. So now, if you're doing freelance work, like I said, don't receive wire transfer directly from your client's account to your account. You can use an app to receive the money and then send it to your DOM account. Which brings me to the second way that you can receive foreign payments while in Nigeria. That's through online payments apps. An example is Send by Flutterwave, and that's one that I use a lot. Another is Sendwave, and we also have World Remit. I'll link all of these apps in the description below so you can go and check them out. So you don't actually have to download any of these apps because you're not going to be using the app. Your client is the one who is going to be using the app, or your employer. Okay, so you will just tell them which of these apps to download and then give them your account details, your location, your phone number, email, and stuff like that. And then they will go in either one of these apps and use their card to pay, and you will receive the money in your account. So formerly, these apps used to work very beautifully because you will be able to get payments in the currency that is being sent, right? But our policies have been changing. And so now what happens is you actually have to send your Naira account to the client. And some of them don't work with all banks. So you have to make sure that your bank is compatible with the app that you're using. For example, I know that Send by Flutterwave accepts UBA. So you can use your UBA bank if your client is going to use Send by Flutterwave to send you money. Okay, and it has to be your Naira account, sadly. I remember Send by Flutterwave, you could even receive money directly to your domiciliary account. They will send you money through the app and you give the client your domiciliary account and you receive that money in like dollars or euros. But now everything has changed and you have to send your Naira account instead. So they'll send the money in their currency and then the app will convert the money and send you a Naira equivalent. But the exchange rate is usually very good. So yeah, that is the second way that you can receive money from abroad using online payment platforms or apps. And then the third way that I would recommend is an app called Sentz. And I'm recommending this with a bit of skepticism because I haven't really tried it myself. I downloaded the app from the App Store and I've signed up and everything, but I just haven't gotten to trying it out because I don't want to use a new client to test run a new payment system because I think the client also has to create a wallet. So I haven't really tried it out yet. But the way the app works is that it uses eUSD, that's electronic USD, which is a stable coin that is pegged to the dollar. So if the dollar rises, it rises. If the dollar falls, it falls. It's basically equivalent to the dollar at all times. And you have to download the app and create a wallet. And then your client also has to download the app and create a wallet. So the clients can fund their wallet with the amount that they are meant to pay you and then transfer the money to you on the Sentz app. And then you can either choose to save your money in eUSD on the Sentz app or download it into your Naira account, not your dollar account. Sadly, but that's how it is. I haven't tried this out, but once I do, I will let you know. I think that this app is really good if you're working with the client for like an extended period of time, or you're working on a project in which they'll need to pay you like in phases. This might be a good option because having the clients go through the process of creating a wallet should at least be something that they will use for a period of time while working with you. And not just like once, because if you're asking, it's like asking someone to create a bank account just to pay you. I mean, it might be a bit stressful. So I only recommend it if you're going to be working with the client long term. Okay. So what number are we in now? And number 4 is Paynoneer. And I'm sure you've heard of Paynoneer. It's very popular. It's a payment platform that allows you to receive and make payments. Well, mostly receive because we're in Nigeria and we're freelancers. Who exactly are we paying abroad? So yeah, allows you to receive payments in like I think 4 or 5 major currencies. So how Paynoneer works is that when you sign up, they will give you a bank account in the currency that you want, and you can have up to 3 of these accounts. So for myself, I have a USD account, a GBP account, and a Euro account. And then you can send this account to your client or your employer and they will send your money into it. But there's a catch. Your client has to be sending from a company account and they have to use what's called ACH routing. Okay, so if you're working for a company, this is a very good way to receive payments. But if you're working for like an individual and they want to send money from their accounts directly to yours, then it's not going to work for you because the only way you can receive money into those accounts is through ACH routing. So when they send money into your foreign account, which is provided by Paynoneer, you'll see your balance on Paynoneer. And then Paynoneer also works with the big freelance platforms like Upwork and Fiverr. So if you're using either of those platforms, then this is a sure way for you to get your money. And for me, like when I want to withdraw money from Upwork, I prefer to use Paynoneer than to withdraw to my Nigerian bank account directly. Because with Paynoneer, I can actually withdraw to my domiciliary account. So this is why I said that if you're freelancing and you're going to have to cover the transfer fee for a wire transfer from your client to you using your DOM account, then it's better for you to receive that money through Paynoneer if you can. You will still pay a withdrawal fee when you are withdrawing from your Paynoneer account to your domiciliary account, but it won't be as high as the fee that you pay if the client is sending directly from their account to your account. Okay. And then when withdrawing from freelance platforms like Upwork or Fiverr, if you withdraw directly to your Naira bank account, the exchange rate is going to be absolute shit. But I would say that if you're withdrawing a small amount, then just withdraw it directly into your Naira account. So if it's small, if it's less than $100, withdraw directly into your Naira account. But if it's anything more than $100, then you're better off withdrawing into your Paynoneer account and then withdrawing to your domiciliary account. And you can save in dollars for as long as you want until you're ready to spend that money. And trust me, when you're ready to spend that money, you will exchange it at a much better rate. Okay, so let's go to number 5, which is Western Union. At the time I used to use Western Union, right? Your clients could send you money through Western Union and you will go to the bank and collect hard currency like cash. So if your client sends you like, let's say $500, you go to the bank and sign and receive that money cash in dollars. And then you can either choose to deposit it into your domiciliary account or find a money changer and change it to Naira or whatever you want to do with it. But you're receiving cash. But now, like I said, policies have been changing, so you can't do that anymore. What happens is when your client sends you that money in dollars and then you go to the bank to claim it, the bank will change it to Naira at a very funny exchange rate and then deposit it into your Naira account. And I think that started sometime in 2024, I think mid 2024 or so. It was really disappointing, but what can we do? We're only freelancers. What can we do? Anyway, even though you can't get cash at the bank anymore using Western Union, you can still get your money from the abroad into your Naira account. So it still works. And if you're watching this video and you're wondering how to even get a remote job or how to get a freelance job, to even have somebody that wants to send you money in dollars or euros or pounds, not to talk of how you receive the money, then watch this video. In this video, you're going to find out websites that you can get remote and freelance jobs that you can apply to today and start earning in dollars. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments and I'll do well to answer if I can. And if you found value in this video, then please leave it a thumbs up. It really helps out a lot. And like I said, if this is your cup of tea, then subscribe so you never miss out on the tea and hit the notification bell as well. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.